Hello everybody, my name is Skybound.
Starlight Flax.
And we've just got finished watching episode 3 of season 9 of My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic. The first one which I've seen because I still haven't watched episodes 1 and 2. So
wait, hang on, I thought you edited that.
Doesn't mean I watched it.
Okay, you need to go back and catch up edit that.
But anyway, yeah, so episode starts out. Okay, I still have to say, I have no idea what the fuck was going on at the start there. Am I alone in that? Like, why did the Tree of Harmony just decide to make everything all discordized?
I have no idea why. I mean,
that as soon as I saw that, I was thinking Discord.
Well, the thing is, I don't know. Well, you must have seen some of the season. You must have got the general idea of what happened in the first episode, right? Because you did edit it together.
I synced the audio and rendered it. I really didn't actually.
God damn it!
The whole thing.
Basically, yeah. Spoiler: the tree did actually die. Or we thought the tree had died. But
well, I assumed that based on the fact that it was in millions of tiny pieces. But
yeah. So. God damn it.
But also, due to the power of magic and bullshit, of course it comes back to life, because they're just like, oh shit, we've just destroyed our plot device, what do we do now? Quick, bring it back! Make a playset out of it, hurry up!
Well, they have to reinvent it somehow for the last... Well, let's put it this way, they have to have enough milking power to milk the money from the damn bit. From this show until we can basically make a new generation, which will happen. It's guaranteed to happen.
Well, I thought season 9 was the final season.
It's the final season, but I can see a Generation 5 definitely.
They're just making sure that they can get those final little bits of merchandise.
Yeah, that's basically why they did it. But it's like, I have to wonder why the hell they even needed to destroy the tree just to have a plot device. That's the only reason why I can think of it. And I don't know. When I watched the first couple of episodes, I thought that, the Student 6 weren't going to appear again. But, it was nice to actually see them being utilised in a way to move the plot on rather than just having a random flipping episode where, it's essentially a one-off episode that if you didn't watch, you wouldn't know you wouldn't know what the hell had happened, basically. Basically a filler episode. It's nice to see them not being used just for filler, essentially. Although, arguably, you could say they're just being used to make a plot device, but,
I'm just kind of confused why they destroyed the, okay, so they destroy the Tree of Harmony, and then they bring it back.
No, Shamba destroyed the Tree of Harmony.
No, but I mean, the show's creators destroy the Tree of Harmony, then they bring it back the very next episode. They could have made like an overarching season thing where they eventually get the tree rebuilt, but no.
Yeah, I have to admit, it's rather weird that they do it in the episode, literally
the next episode. It's just
it is kind of weird. I have to admit. I wonder why they had to resolve that plot as soon as they did. Because unless there's a lot of, I think that the only reason why they would do that is because there's a lot of stuff that's coming up, basically.
So they're going to do like a scattergun of just very shortly managed situations.
I hope not. I hope that isn't going to be the case, because when me and Dan watched the first couple of episodes, we did when we were watching the first episode, we thought that it was going to be like that, because it seemed like the first one was rushed until we found out, well, it was just a tricked you, basically, scenario. Basically made it so they, it seemed like they were going to beat Somber quickly, and then they ended up dragging it out for 2, episodes. Whether they realised it was coming across as a little bit rushed and then said, yeah, okay, let's slow it down a bit. I hope this isn't going to be a common theme. Don't get me wrong, I enjoyed the episode. It was nice to have us on, but to be honest, it was a bit, I wouldn't say forgettable, it was enjoyable, but...
The song itself, I've kind of already forgotten it, but it was a decent song. I guess it was nice to see the Student 6 singing. I don't think that's something that's been done yet, or at least not all in harmony.
Yeah. think there was a bit like that last in the Christmas episode. I put Christmas episode in quote finger quotes because it never gets released around about Christmas. But
I do think it's quite strange how essentially Una, is it?
Yeah.
Una. God, okay. I think Una. I think bloody Sword Art Online. I'm terrible. Yeah, it's strange how Una kind of hit the nail on the head pretty much at the start of the episode, and they're just like, nah.
It's like, guys,
why don't we be friends and fix it together? Just like, nah. Okay, sure. Okay, let's
give them some slack. They are basically essentially, I think they're around about teenage age. I think. If I had to guess, I would say they're around about that age. So of course, when you're teenagers, you think, no, fuck that. You know, so I could kind of understand it in that case. You know, but
it felt.
I know what you're saying. It's kind
of felt like they were forcing the conflict. Like,
yeah, I have to admit
And perhaps it wouldn't have felt so forced if Una didn't say, "Let's do this thing."
Yeah.
She basically spelled out what they should have done.
Yeah.
And then they just sort of went, nah, and then it just created this conflict, and it's just like. Oh.
I have to admit, it was pretty funny when it happened. But,
yeah, but it's like,
you know, I have to admit, it is a bit of a plot. You know, it's pretty much a.
It's just basically, here's a perfectly reasonable plot device. No, get out of here, Una. Get out of here with your facts and logic. Who do you think you are, Ben Shapiro?
Jesus fucking Christ, if we went for it's a good thing we're not, you know, this is from, well, there goes our chance of this thing not being throttled to hell.
Oh,
God damn
Jesus.
it. But you're right, you're right, it is a bit weird that they could have basically not added that bit in there. They didn't need to add, in doing that, they didn't need to have the whole, because that, I don't know why they added that in, because if they did, I mean, I suppose it was funny, don't get me wrong, but as from a plot convenience point of view,
yeah, it was one of those things where it works quite well as a joke just because it subverts expectations, because it gives you this perfectly reasonable solution, and then it just completely sidelines it by them going, nah, and just going their own way kind of thing.
I'm kind of glad that they didn't immediately, I mean, I suppose it was kind of dragging it out, because it pretty much was the same solution to what happened at the beginning, where they all tried to basically will it, and as opposed it was like, no, you're going to actually work together sort of thing, and it's like, I kind of expected the tree to basically get mended. Like, I wasn't surprised when that happened at all. If you see the reaction below, you'll actually see that, you know, it was, you could probably tell how I was reacting to it.
I mean, it is basically the tree of life, isn't it? It is the Yggdrasil of friendship.
Well, to be fair, they have to have some plot device to show angers itself too. I mean, for crying out loud, now Sonic has the bloody Chaos Emerald, you know, and this thing, you know, MLP has the bloody Elements of Harmony or various sort of Elements of Harmony-esque sort of things, you know. Yeah. So it's like, I'm not surprised. I mean, I won't be surprised if the main, well, 6 gets sort of replaced by, you know, the Student 6 in some form or fashion, because it's been happening for the last couple of flipping seasons. I can easily see them being the new mains. Hell, I can even see them getting their own Elements of Harmony. I'm calling it now. They are getting their, I would not be surprised if by the end of this season, either they're going to get their own Elements of Harmony, or we're going to have new alicorns.
Or maybe they'll get their own rainbow forms. Hey, do you remember that, Hasbro? Rainbow forms?
Yeah, that one thing they brought in.
That one thing you brought in for one episode and never brought back. Your fucking CPU Next forms of the fucking My Little Pony world right there.
What?
Oh, I will explain that one afterwards, but anyone who's played Hyperdimension Neptunium Mark III...
Oh, God. Right, but yeah, I can sort of see where you're going with it, but you know, it is, don't get me wrong, we enjoyed it, you know, it was a fun episode, but...
Yeah, I mean, don't take my kind of...
criticism. I'll tell you what it is, it's because we've been watching a lot of anime lately, and...
I would say it's more because
So our standards are kind of higher to what they used to be.
Yeah, I'm not as into MLP as I used to be. Now, I'm still watching them for the reactions, but obviously there's a little bit of cynicism there. I'm not trying to, you know, shit talk MLP or anything like that.
Yes, this weeb is not trying to shit talk. I mean, to be fair, I'll happily do the same thing when watching some of the anime stuff. By the way, we have got a lot of anime reactions if you haven't actually seen them lately.
But yeah, and to prove that, I'm going to tell you right now, that episode was a solid 7.8 out of 10.
Yeah, I would actually say that. I would no, seriously, I would say, you know what, solid 7.9. I'm going to say 7.9. But
Do we have an 8? Do we have an 8?
No.
Just say that.
Damn it. It's always it's always, don't go all storage hunters.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, yeah. Anyway, yeah. 7.8 for me, 7.9 for him. That overall, that's a pretty solid episode rating. You know, that's above average.
That's above average.
So I'd say, yeah, it was.
Anyway, I think we've dragged this on as long as we can.
And anyway,
and we've got another reaction to record anyway after this.
Of course, we have to watch episode 4 as well, which is coming out today. Anyway, let's close this off. As usual, my name is Skybound.
Starlight Flags.
Hope you enjoyed this commentary. Hope you enjoyed our reaction in the description. See you for the next episode of My Little Pony Friendship is Magic.
Yep.
Goodbye.
Bye.